What a night it was in South Philadelphia last night for the home run derby. The city of Philadelphia did not disappoint. Philly fans never change, man. What a night it was, Ricky Bo.
That was pretty cool. I will say that much. I thought the city showed up. The real fans showed up. Do you know what I mean by that? They were booing the right people. They were cheering for the right people. They were loud the whole time. I mean, you know what? There's a lot of excitement when you think about it for a home run derby. You know why? This is what we used to do when we were kids.
You're right.
Like, you didn't sit in the backyard when you didn't have enough guys on the team or playing some sandlot baseball. You just play home run derby.
Always, man.
Even wiffle ball, it was the same way. That's what it's like. And for these major league players, that is what it's like. They're so strong, and they can hit the ball so far, plus they're using the golf balls that they use. Oh, man, that's got to be a dream come true. I will say this. Not as easy as everybody thinks. When you're up there, you got to understand, when they're normally taking batting practice, there's a cage. So you feel enclosed. They're out there by themselves. It's got to be a strange feeling because it's not a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a game. You're just out there by yourself, and you have one thing in mind, and that's to hit the ball out of the ballpark. What did I tell you? There would not be many wall scrapers.
No, there were some bombs last night. And look, you've been through this kind of experience. We're going to relive the 96 All-Star game a little later on in the show. And if you watched the pregame show last night, Barry Bonds weighed in on the infamous hit by pitch back in 98. We'll get Ricky's response coming up at 3 o'clock.
Oh, you almost messed it up.
No. We're going to get to it at 3 o'clock. Ricky's got the true story of what went down. But, like, you see how the guys were getting tired last night, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exhausting. 20 swings, 15 swings.
Well, people will say, well, it's just 20 swings. Yeah, but you're taking 20 swings, then you're going to sit down, and then you're trying to get some swings in the cage. They probably take 300 swings.
Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, and I respect these guys that want to be in it and want to do it because it does kind of take a lot out of you. I mean, let's face it, even if you only go to the first round, it's still taking a lot out of you. And then that's got to suck, not making the second round.
Yeah, so
because you're just sitting there on the sidelines.
And Bryce does not make it into the second round, Bryce Harper. But before we even get to what happened when the home run derby started, the introductions I thought were awesome. So you get Michael Buffer there. They got him in the middle of a ring. Now, look, I know Michael Buffer, he's been doing this forever, with his announcing and all that. I thought it was really cool. And I know Bryce Harper, the ultimate panderer, comes out last, and he's standing up on the ropes. I thought the whole thing was awesome, man. The only thing I could have done without, and I love Will Ferrell. I think he's hilarious. I get it. They're trying to promote his new show. You didn't need the comic relief during the introductions. I thought that was kind of weird from Netflix to do.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I thought Netflix was terrible. And I'm being completely honest here. The production value of that was awful. Like nothing, you didn't see all the home runs.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing? Why are you showing the crowd when you should be showing the guys swinging the bat and hitting home runs? Or from like center field? Number one, they had the cameras way too far up on the hitters. So you weren't getting a good feel of where the ball was going when it was going out of the ballpark.
Now, I'm with you. Netflix, you didn't have to overthink it.
How many did they miss completely?
They missed a lot. And they almost like overthought it with some of their camera angles. Like,
yes.
Just put the camera where it normally is and let's watch these majestic home runs, man.
I understand you want to add a couple cameras here and there to get a different perspective. Maybe have people sitting in the third deck in right field with a camera. I think that would be fine. But what you failed to realize was where they normally put the cameras are the best vantage points.
Yes.
That's why they do that. I mean, it was... I almost felt bad because obviously people at home that were watching, you didn't get the full perspective. And the volume of the crowd was down at home.
It was louder in person, I'm sure.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't feel like it was that loud on TV. I don't know if they didn't have the microphones in certain places or they weren't picking up. I don't know.
Yeah, the broadcast itself was disappointing.
ESPN did a great job when they used to do it.
Yeah, ESPN always does a great job. I'm sure Fox would have done a great job. Netflix first shot at it wasn't great.
We may have been spoiled.
Maybe we were.
Yeah.
Maybe we were. But Netflix kind of overthought it. And we'll get to the pregame show and Barry Bonds coming up at 3 o'clock. But the crowd didn't disappoint. Netflix might have disappointed, but the Philadelphia faithful did not disappoint. I mean, not only the cheering of Schwarber and Harper, I'm not someone who usually loves booing, but when I say I'm not a booer, I'm talking about when, like, you boo your own team. I loved the booing last night because it was all part of the fun. It was all part of the energy.
Yeah, and you could tell it wasn't like booing because they hated somebody. It was more booing because you're going up against our player. Man, that was a disappointing ending.
Oh, you're
How
not kidding.
anticlimactic was that?
It was a very disappointing
Although I guess for St. Louis Cardinals fans, it was very climactic.
Well, I'll say this.
There he is, the Crown Prince.
Oh, yeah, we got the red carpet on. Bryce Harper rocking the white suit. So
I think it's pink.
Oh, is it pink? Oh, man. I don't know what it is. So we'll keep you updated on what's going on at the red carpet. But last night, I clearly, and everyone in the city, we wanted to see Harper or Schwarber win it. But if it wasn't going to be either one of them, I'm kind of happy it was Jordan Walker because you saw his family in like the second or third row.
Yeah, how happy were they?
Oh, that was cool to see. Clearly, we were rooting for Schwarber, but the fact that it was Jordan Walker made it a little bit easier to swallow. And my wife falls asleep during the home run derby, so when she woke up today, she's like, "Hey, what happened?" And I said, "Oh, Schwarber lost in the finals." And she goes, "Oh, man, he blew it?" I go, "No, Schwarber didn't lose it. Jordan Walker won it."
Jordan
man.
Walker won it. As a matter of fact, I believe Bryce mouthed it's over when Schwarber hit his 10th or 11th in the last round.
Jinxed him.
Well, I mean, do you really expect Walker to come up there and hit 6 straight at the end?
No.
I mean,
I thought it was over.
I was expecting like a pop-up somewhere. No, he barreled every one of those.
Yeah.
And Netflix did not. There was no fix.
Oh,
you heard this, right?
Yeah, because after Harper got eliminated, they showed Jordan Walker, and they had the wrong graphic up. It said he won.
It said 2026 Home Run Derby champ. They were right.
Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, the fix was in." The fix was not in.
No, there's no number one. How do you fix a guy hitting 6 in a row out?
No, you.
I mean, you could if you leave it to that. I mean, you could actually screw that up.
Yeah. Plus, if the fix was in, they would have wanted to see Schwarber win it.
Yeah.
Like that would have been the better story at his home ballpark. But
Schwarber still won.
Schwarber was incredible.
No,
and
he won $500,000.
That's right. So Walker gets $1 million.
Yes.
Schwarber gets $500K.
Can you imagine that?
Well, listen, Schwarber's got that monster contract, but anybody could use $500K. Jordan Walker's still a young guy. He's not making that much money.
He's making $700, whatever the minimum, $750,000.
So he got $1 million.
So he made more than his contract.
Yeah. So
in
good
one
for him.
night.
Good for him, man.
Actually, in 2 hours.
Man, oh man, $1 million for Jordan Walker, $500K for Schwarber.
Pretty good hourly rate.
Yeah, it is not too bad. So if you look at it per swing, per home run, they did
I don't know how many.
Three rounds. Yeah, not too bad.
He hit 30 something.
Probably around 30. But there were some monster home runs last night. But let's get some of the energy from the crowd. So Kyle Schwarber in the finals. This is what his last home run sounded. So he hit 11 in the finals. Here's what it sounded like at Citizens Bank Park on the broadcast.
And this one goes to 11. This one goes to 11. Yes, sir. A strike in the final frame. Let's keep going. What did Bryce Harper say? Yeah. Give him another. Just short.
Let's hear this
of number 12.
Reaction.
What a round. 11 homers in 15 swings.
11 homers and 15
and he gets
swings.
Beat.
I thought it was over, too. In Bryce
I don't
Harper's
know
defense.
how many swings did Walker end up getting?
So he had his 15, and then he hit how many on his last swing?
6.
I think he hit
6 in a row.
6 in a row, but he had, I think, 3 on the last swing.
So he ended up with 18 swings.
Which is just wild that he's able to come through.
I knew that rule was going to come into play. We actually talked about it on NBC yesterday, and the one thing that I said is like, isn't that a little weird? The person who goes last definitely has an advantage in that.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. I would, let's face it, you don't want to be down 6 with a couple swings left.
No, I thought it was over. I'm sitting there thinking it's over, and then you got to give Jordan Walker
hit
credit.
Like 3 in a row, I was like, this might be a problem.
He was feeling it, man.
I mean, you know why? Because for some reason in these things, there's always a hero. There's always a hero in these things. And you think back to last year, the All-Star game with Schwarber ends up winning it in, I don't even know what they call it, a swing off.
Yeah, swing off last year.
He ends up hitting 3 in a row out of the ballpark.
Yeah, in the All-Star game finish.
And by the way, did you know that, remember Bud Selig was the commissioner when they played in Milwaukee and they just stopped the All-Star game? You know what my comments were right after that?
I don't remember.
They should have a home run derby. They should pick 3 batters from each team. They each get 3 swings, and that's it.
And they took your advice.
Well, they ended up doing it, but it was like 10 years later.
Yeah. They took your advice. But they did get it right because we talked about the rule change leading into the home run derby last night. And Jeff Passan from ESPN, we played his clip saying it's going to stink, that they shouldn't have got rid of the timer. I thought it was so much better last night with the swing.
Passan had no right saying that.
No, and he was wrong. And he admitted it. He actually quote tweeted himself and said, what an idiot Passan is.
Then why would you say something that dumb?
Yeah, it was perfect the way they did it last night.
I just don't. My whole thing is I don't understand why people jump into something that they don't know. Like, you could say Passan knows baseball. That's fine. But don't say that he knows the home run derby and it's not going to be good. How could you say that?
Yeah, it's going to stink. And he was dead wrong. It was awesome.
It actually may have reignited the home run derby for years to come now.
Now, look, I have, as long as I can remember, the first home run derby was in 1985. So as long as I can remember, I've watched the home run derby every year. I don't know if this is just recency bias or not. I have never heard the building as loud as Citizens Bank Park was for a home run derby. Like, it was incredible, man.
No, well, I mean, you don't know. I mean, because other stadiums are loud. I think just because we're here, we notice it and we understand it. But if you're outside looking in, you're like, well, I went to the one in PNC Park, and it was really loud.
The booing, to me, added to the event.
Well, you also had 2 guys in there from your own team.
Correct.
Did that come down to hell at the beginning?
What, that Harper could have knocked out Schwarber?
Yeah, one of the 2 was going through. That's it. That was they changed the batting order, right?
So that they would both go last?
Yeah. Schwarber was supposed to go 4th. Harper was last. And then, we're on set yesterday doing the thing, and I get a tweet, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, they changed the batting order.
So that they could go to the end.
I mean, but you see what happens? There is a danger. And they ran right into the danger.
Yeah, Harper almost knocked out Schwarber. But Harper doesn't advance. But I do think the boos added to the event because it was so cool that they weren't necessarily booing Jordan Walker. They were booing because they wanted Schwarber to win. And there are some people on social media, and you never know what social media is. Sometimes it's just a vocal minority who are like, oh, typical Philadelphia booing. It added to the event. And if you're one of the people out there who think that the booing was somehow wrong, just listen to the other players who participated last night. Like Jordan Walker, after the game, after he wins the home run derby, he's asked about the Philly faithful, and you could hear it. It added to the event. Listen to Jordan Walker.
I thought it was Philly's brutal. I mean, honestly. But I think it's pretty special because they love their players, and that's what you want, from your home, like where you play. I mean, I'd never hear people cheer so loud for, Schwarber and Harper, and those guys did their thing for sure. But, I can't hate them because that's their hometown, that's their guy. So I just got to play the game.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I am curious, though, because I've seen some people on social saying that the booing was terrible and you shouldn't boo at a home run derby. I thought it added to the event. Ricky thinks it added to the event.
But I have a problem with that. Those people are paying their money to go. Why can't they do whatever the heck they want?
Yeah, you're right.
What, are you supposed to cheer everybody?
That's what made it better. It was a fun competition by there being boos.
I thought it was a great competition. I thought it went well. I think I like the format. I think the format's much better than the timer because, number one, that could screw up guys' swings. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You're trying to hurry everything up. That's going to mess up your swings. It's going to mess up what you see, especially in the later rounds. But when I look at how they set this thing up, I thought it was done very well. I mean, I think there was some bias in there, putting the Phillies 7th and 8th hitting.
Yeah.
I mean, it backfired on Major League Baseball a little bit because one of them wasn't going to make it to the second round after Schwarber went. But I guess if Schwarber were to hit 14 in the first round,
it wouldn't have mattered.
And to be honest with you, Jordan Walker won that in the second round. No, the third round.
No, you're talking about second round, where he hit enough and then just stopped.
He only had to hit 7, and then he was done, which saved him for the big time.
Yeah, because you're right. Going second,
yep, he doesn't have that energy left if he would have had to keep. If he would have had to hit like 12 or 13 in that second round, that was the second round, right? Or the third?
Second round, because there was only 3 rounds.
First round, second. Yes, it was the second round, and he only had to hit 7 out,
and then
he did it in like 8 swings.
And then he was, I'm done, and he got the rest.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I mean, he had all that rest. Maybe that's one thing they should change, is that you have to take the full swings.
You could still kind of lighten up a little bit.
Not really.
Well, but here's the advantage, though. By having more home runs in the first round, you get the benefit of going second in the second round. So there is an advantage that you want to give to the person who had more in the first round.
Absolutely 100% true.
Right.
And I agree with you in that sense, but I mean, he definitely had the edge going into the final round because of just physicality-wise.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. And look, 24 years old, like Ricky said, making the minimum. He comes in and he wins the home run derby on hostile ground in the city of Philadelphia against Kyle Schwarber. So hats off to Jordan Walker. It was a cool moment for him, and his family was there rocking their jerseys. It said, like, did it say Walker's dad or Jordan's dad or whatever it said? It was,
and his grandmother, everything, a little bit of everything.
So it was pretty cool. But I want to hear from Philadelphians today. I felt like watching that game last night, I was proud of our city. I was proud of the fan base for the energy that they brought, not only how they cheered Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, but I was proud of the booing. It added to the event. And I'm curious, as a Philadelphian, were you proud of your city last night? Because to me, that home run derby was one of the best I've seen because of all the fans who were out there making it as good as it was. So get your texts, get your voice memos in, 610-632-0975. And on the heels of that question, Ricky, I got another question I want to ask, because this is what I'm thinking as I'm watching that last night. And I don't care what Josh Hart says there in New York. Is Philadelphia the greatest sports city in America? Is Philadelphia the greatest sports city in America? You tell me a better damn sports city than the city of Philadelphia, because every single time a big event comes here, we don't disappoint. You could go to the NFL draft. You could talk about the World Cup that's here. Talk to all the tourists who came into the city for the World Cup, and they're raving about Philadelphia as a host city. You get the home run derby last night. Everything that comes to Philadelphia, this city does not disappoint. Are we the best damn sports city in America?
What's up, everybody? It's Bill Colarulo from Unfiltered, my man Ricky Bo. Make sure you're listening live every weekday, 2 to 6, but also make sure you like and subscribe to the Fanatic YouTube page, because we're posting content like this all day long. It's not only what you hear and see on air, so make sure you like and subscribe. Best YouTube channel out there. Talk soon.